With the U.S. cracking down on birth tourism and increasingly denying visas to expectant mothers, many Nigerian parents are asking, where can I still give my child the gift of a second passport at birth? Well, here's the truth. In 2025, most European countries no longer offer true birthright citizenship. They follow jus sanguinis, meaning your child only gets citizenship if you're already a citizen or permanent resident. Being born there isn't enough, but all hope isn't lost. In some countries, jus soli, the principle of granting citizenship simply by being born in the country, is still alive and well. No conditions, no strings attached. So if you're looking for legal, reliable countries where your baby can automatically gain citizenship at birth, you're in luck. Today, I'm breaking down the top 5 countries that still offer unrestricted birthright citizenship in 2025 and how you as parents can also benefit from it. 1. Canada. In 2025, Canada remains one of the few developed countries that still grants unconditional birthright citizenship. That means if your child is born on Canadian soil, he automatically becomes a Canadian citizen regardless of your immigration status or nationality. A Canadian passport opens the door to visa-free or visa-on-arrival travel to over 180 countries, including the United Kingdom, most of Europe, and even the United States. It also lays the foundation for better education, healthcare access, and long-term global mobility. Now, one of the biggest questions parents ask is, do we also become citizens if our child is born in Canada? The answer is no. Canada does not automatically grant citizenship or even residency to parents of Canadian-born children. You will need to go through your own immigration process, whether that's applying as a skilled worker, student, investor, or another pathway. However, there's a long-term benefit. Once your Canadian-born child turns 18, he can sponsor you for permanent residency, giving your family a more stable future in Canada. As for cost, prenatal care and delivery, especially if it's a C-section, can range anywhere from $9,000 to $20,000 Canadian dollars, depending on the province and hospital. When you include travel, accommodation, and daily living expenses, the total can go as high as 25,000 CAD or more. Legally, many Nigerians take this route by applying for a visitor visa, known officially as a temporary resident visa. When applying, you need to demonstrate that you have strong ties to Nigeria and enough funds to cover your entire stay and medical expenses. Some hospitals in Canada require deposits in advance if you're not covered by public health care. 2. Mexico. It's one of the most underrated yet accessible birthright citizenship options available in 2025. In Mexico, any child born within the country's borders, regardless of the parent's nationality, is granted automatic citizenship at birth. The only exception applies to children of foreign diplomats. For everyone else, including tourists or temporary visitors, the law is clear. Your baby becomes a Mexican citizen the moment they're born on Mexican soil. A Mexican passport offers visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 150 countries, including nearly every country in Latin America, the Schengen zone in Europe, and several destinations in Asia. But unlike in Canada, where parents have to pursue their own separate and often lengthy immigration process, Mexico offers a more immediate path. Once your child is born and registered as a Mexican citizen, you as the parents become eligible to apply for permanent residency. The process is streamlined specifically for parents of Mexican-born children. And after just 2 years of permanent residency, you may apply for Mexican citizenship. When it comes to affordability, Mexico is far more budget-friendly than most Western countries. The cost of prenatal care and delivery for non-residents can range from $2,000 to $5,000 USD, depending on whether you choose a private or public hospital. In some cities, it's even lower. Add in accommodation and daily living expenses, and many families find they can complete the entire journey, including a comfortable 2 to 3 month stay, for less than a third of what it would cost in places like Canada or the US. 3. Brazil. Now let's talk about Brazil, one of the most generous countries in the world when it comes to birthright citizenship. Under Brazilian law, any child born in Brazil is automatically granted citizenship, regardless of the parent's nationality or legal status. Once your baby is born in Brazil and receives their citizenship, you as the parents become eligible to apply for permanent residency right away. That's a major difference compared to many other countries, and it gets better. After just 1 year of holding that residency, you can apply for full Brazilian citizenship. That's one of the shortest and most direct parent pathways to citizenship in the world. Brazil's passport is ranked among the top 20 globally. It offers visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 170 countries, including all of Latin America, the Schengen zone in Europe, South Africa, Russia, and parts of Asia. When it comes to affordability, Brazil is very reasonable. The average cost of childbirth in a private hospital for non-residents ranges between 3,000 and 7,000 USD, depending on the city and level of care. Public hospitals are technically free, but they're typically reserved for citizens and residents, so non-residents usually opt for private care. Add in travel and living expenses, and the full journey could cost around 6,000 to 10,000 USD, still significantly less than countries like Canada or the United States. 4. Argentina in 2025, it continues to uphold a fully unconditional jus soli policy, meaning that any child born within Argentina's borders becomes a citizen immediately with no questions asked, and no need for the parents to be residents or even have legal status in the country. From the moment your baby is born, they hold Argentine citizenship and are entitled to the full rights and protections of a citizen. But here's where Argentina stands out even more. The process for parents is incredibly fast. Once your child is born and their citizenship is registered, you as the parents become eligible to apply for legal residency. And after just 1 year of residing legally in Argentina, you can apply for full citizenship. There are no complicated point-based systems, no long waiting periods, and no need for permanent residency before applying. This makes Argentina one of the fastest and most straightforward citizenship pathways for parents in the world today. The Argentine passport is highly respected, offering visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 170 countries, including the United Kingdom, most of Europe, Schengen zone, Russia, Japan, and much of Latin America. It ranks among the top 20 most powerful passports globally and offers immense mobility and access for your child as they grow. In terms of affordability, Argentina is one of the most cost-effective countries on this list. Giving birth in a private hospital can range from 25,000 to 5,000 USD, depending on the hospital and city. Accommodations and daily living costs are also relatively affordable, making a stay of a few months manageable for most families. 5. Peru. Let's move on to Peru, another welcoming South American country that still embraces full birthright citizenship in 2025. In Peru, the law is simple and straightforward. Any child born on Peruvian soil automatically becomes a citizen, regardless of the parent's immigration status. There are no exceptions, and there's no need for the parents to be residents or have any special visa before arrival. This clear and unconditional jus soli policy makes Peru an appealing choice for families looking to secure a second nationality for their newborn. Once your child is born and officially registered as a Peruvian citizen, you as the parents can apply for legal residency. From there, you begin the clock toward permanent residency and, eventually, citizenship. While the exact naturalization process varies depending on your immigration route, it's relatively straightforward. Parents who legally reside in the country for a period, usually 2 years or more, become eligible to apply for citizenship themselves, provided they meet basic requirements such as language proficiency and integration into Peruvian society. The Peruvian passport, while not as powerful as Canada's or Brazil's, still offers significant global mobility. As of 2025, it provides visa-free or visa-on-arrival access to over 130 countries, including the entire European Schengen zone, parts of Asia, and all of Latin America. It's a solid passport for global travel, and for your child, it creates real opportunities for international education, work, and relocation in the future. Affordability is one of Peru's greatest strengths. Giving birth in a private hospital can range from 1,500 to 4,000 USD, depending on the location and type of delivery. Daily living expenses, accommodations, and healthcare services are also very budget-friendly. Many families are able to plan their entire stay from prenatal care to post-birth paperwork for a total cost well under 8,000 USD. Overall, Peru offers a balanced mix of legal simplicity, low cost, and meaningful long-term opportunities. Your baby gets immediate citizenship. You gain access to legal residency. And with a little planning, the entire family can benefit from a fresh start in one of South America's most vibrant nations. So if you're a Nigerian parent looking for a legal and ethical way to secure your child's future with a second passport. These 5 countries are still opening doors in 2025. Birthright citizenship isn't just a legal benefit, it's a life advantage. One that opens global access, better education, and future opportunities for your children. Which country would you consider and why? Let's discuss in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more real, research-backed immigration tips that empower families. Thank you.